Welcome to Lean and Clean, my friends. I am your host, Christine, and I am joined by my new friend, Joyce. We met in a challenge, actually. We met as part of the Do the Thing challenge, and we found that we had some mutual connections that we both were in food service for a long time, and we both love health and fitness. And so I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about her journey with health and fitness. She got her workout in. Joyce, take it away. Tell me about your workout first. What kind of workout are you doing right now?
I'm doing the Shred program. It's called Shred 60. So it's 60 days. And it's actually through the company that I'm with my network marketing. But we have
Is it
personal
strength
trainers in there.
training?
This is a little bit of everything. Like they're really short workouts, but they get your heart rate up fast in the middle.
So
like
it's a hit
yeah.
workout?
Okay. I was gonna say hi, and I'm like, that's not right. The HIIT.
And so you're combining that, I'm assuming, with some good healthy foods that you already know how to make because you were in food service for so long. So what's your favorite thing to make? If you get home from work and you don't have a plan, what's your go-to?
I really don't have one. If I'm short on time, I'll do like a protein shake. I feel like that's just quick, easy, out the door, keep going.
What's your favorite flavor?
I've been on a kick with stuffed chicken.
Okay. I like this.
So I'm like, I know it's different, but it's so good.
How do you prepare it?
I use a little bit of cream cheese just to bind it,
Love
but
it.
then like broccoli, cheddar, and bacon.
Yummy.
Mix it up and stuff it in.
And then
I usually season it with either barbecue or something, some kind of seasoning to give it some spice. I don't like hot, so if it's like a smooth flavor, I'm all about it. Some people will use like tomato sauce and do like a pasta bake that way, but I'm like, I have issues sometimes with the acid from tomato sauce. So I'll cut it with something, either with Alfredo or heavy cream or something to like take that acid down.
Now, do you bake it or do you put it in the air fryer?
My air fryer has good cooking. So I've been
Baking works. The only reason I say the air fryer is because like sometimes I make dinner for my family, but I don't eat the same thing that they eat. So I love the air fryer because you can just do a little thing for yourself. So I was just curious as to how you did it. But I'm a big and I don't want to take the time to make something elaborate. I go with my protein shake, but I only like chocolate protein shake. It can be chocolate protein shakes with berries and bananas and spinach, but I don't like my
But I'm the opposite. I don't like the chocolate usually, and I use the vanilla, and then add whatever I want.
What brand do you use? Because I'm assuming that the company that you represent has a brand, has a protein.
Yeah, it's just called Q.
So can you tell us a little bit about Q? I'm a customer of yours, so I have bought the Digest because my son has some digestion issues, and we got some of that. We got some of the other products. But maybe you can tell me what your favorite supplements are, what you recommend to people, the listeners, what they should look for.
And so many, but can I ask you about your air fryers?
Yes, girl. Ask about the air fryer. I love my air fryer.
I want to know what size you have.
I found one, but I'll have to get back to you on the name of it. It's got the dual control, so it's got two little baskets, so you can do two different temperatures. So usually I do my protein on one side and my vegetables on the other side. So then everything is done together. And this is how bad I am. I do everything on the highest setting. So all I adjust is the time and I keep it at 400 degrees. I'm just like, okay, everything is. So tonight, on one side, I made a sweet potato bake. And on the other side, I did ham, just a ham steak.
Okay.
So it was all done in 20 minutes and clean up with a breeze. I just tip them over and throw it in the dishwasher and I'm done.
Okay. I've been thinking about the air fryer. I'm like, I want to ask about the air fryer.
I'm a big fan. Truthfully, an air fryer is nothing but a small convection oven. So even if I'm doing like a small bake, I still do an air fryer because it just doesn't require any heat up time. There's no preheating. And I have 3 ovens, like 3 big ovens, but they require a long time to preheat.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I'm always on the rush. So I'm here, there, and everywhere. So having it heat up quickly is so much easier. It's such a time saver. And I'm a big vegetable person, so I make a lot of veg And so it's perfect. You can just throw your frozen broccoli in and boom, it's done. I love it. So tell
I
me,
miss
tell our listeners about
Okay.
I'm gonna send you the brand because it's a good investment.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about what are the supplements that you can't live without? What do you recommend people?
I love everything I take, but we have a rebuild collagen.
Okay, you take collagen.
Yes. So it's medical grade and it's liquid. So you take it like,
Oh, never had a
I was
liquid
going to
collagen.
bring it over with me and I did not bring it in here. But we have a French vanilla and that one is for, we have two. So one's for inside your body, one's for outside your body. So, so the rebuild is for like your joints, your cartilage, your stuff inside your body. And then the reform is going to be like your hair, skin, nails outside.
I gotcha. That's awesome.
But like a lot of times my knees would bother me. Just as getting older, knees cause issues. But since I upped my workouts, I upped my collagen and now my knees feel so much better. And like,
yeah, it makes them juicy. Like
it's more like lubrication.
yeah.
And then I take the core. I take the Q core.
What is core? What does it do for you?
The digest is in the core. So like it's 4 supplements. One is nutrients, which is your max. And then you're going to have a line for inflammation. Yes, that's what it works. And then you have digest. That's going to be your enzymes to break down your food. And a probiotic that'll help you absorb your nutrients.
Love it.
So that comes like at 8 or p.m.
I've been very happy. Digestive enzymes, it's super important. I really liked it.
And I feel like I don't know if it's like a dairy sensitivity, but if I take the digest before I eat like popcorn or ice cream or stuff like that, I have no problems.
Love that.
If you take it, I have problems.
Okay, you need to have it. So what was it that you got involved with Q? How did you find out about it? Were you a customer first?
Actually, no. I've had a lot of different jobs. And at that time, I was working in a daycare. And one of the girls I worked with goes, "Hey, you're really into fitness and health and what you put in your body and everything. Have you heard of Q?" And I said, no. But she got me into it and she actually herself. But I was really looking for like cellular level nutrition to fill in all the gaps that were missing out of our food.
Yeah. And there are a lot. And anyone that listens to me knows that I'm very passionate about really making sure that we have all of our nutritional needs met.
Yeah.
So I think that's amazing. So we have talked back and forth about you starting your own podcast, about talking about all these great things. So how close are you to starting your own podcast?
I actually talked with Madeline yesterday. Madeline Anderson-Ballmer. I think she's from I Do the Thing. And Vicki Nevins. And they both really helped me to narrow down what I want to do.
I like it.
I was thinking of like Refresh Your Spirit was the possibility of the name. And then when I was talking to Vicki last night, we were thinking, not there yet with Joyce Stefanik. That life is still like up in the air a lot.
No, I always call it a work in progress. Life is a work in progress. No, my life has taken so many twists and turns. I started down one path and like it's a lot of winding and a lot of twists and turns. But that's what makes life exciting, right? Because you just don't know what's on the horizon. And being a woman of faith, I just leave it in God's hands and I just go with the flow and just see what God has in store for me next. And it's never steered me wrong. It's always been something super exciting. And so I think you should just really go for it because our voices are so powerful. If you can help one person through your supplementation, through your words, through your encouragement, it's so worth it. And my friends, let me tell you, it's not easy to put yourself there. There's always going to be haters. And so when you choose to go in a public forum and speak your mind and talk to people, there's always going to be people that come against you. But I find that when that happens, you need to know that you're doing something.
Yeah, people are
affecting people where they have to now.
Yes. I think I always said that dogs don't bark at parked cars.
I love that.
Is that right? Does that make sense?
I don't know, but I like it. I've not heard it, but I like it.
Yes.
Being a foodie like me and knowing all the supplement stuff, How does that all come together for you? Do you feel like your health is on the upswing?
I do. I don't like to put this out there because I don't like to put the negative out there. But before Q, I was always like the little sick bronchitis, pneumonia again every other year, just stuff like that. But with the Q products, I don't get that.
Hey, that's awesome.
Knock on wood. I'm like, I feel, and I take, so we actually have two, and it's replaced my hot chocolate addiction because I love hot chocolate, but it's not good. So I take the Q Brew and the Armor. Armor is a immunity booster. It's different mushrooms, and same with the brews, like 8 different mushrooms, so it adapts to your body. So I feel like I take that in the wintertime to up immunity. And I
Now,
don't
does it taste mushroomy?
know. Like, I was scared of the product for a year. I'm like, mushrooms are, but
I
no,
don't
it's
drink coffee.
I don't like coffee.
I don't have either, but I bought it because it was supposed to be so healthy, and I had to bury it in my shake because I was so afraid it was not gonna taste really strong. But I wanted to see the health benefit though.
It tastes like chai, is what everybody says. And I'm like, what chai tastes like? But if you know what chai tastes like,
But that would be good. So I'll have to order some and check it out. And before we're done or after we're done, and for the show notes, I'll make sure that we give everyone links so you can check the products out because it's great for us to tell you that this is great stuff, but you might want to look at it yourself. So before we do that,
exactly.
let's talk a little bit about our bucket challenge. Joyce
I
and
was
I
just
are
going to
doing
ask
it
you.
as part of the Do the Thing challenge group that we've met out, along with other podcasters, along with other ladies who are entrepreneurs. Our task would share 5 things on our bucket list. And I really struggled with this. I spent so much time thinking and rethinking and thinking some more, but finally I nailed it today. I finally got it out there. And then it was for what do you want to be remembered for things. So it's a lot of really thoughtful work. And you've been fantastic. You've been really up on it. I am lagging behind, but it's been a great exercise because it's not something I've really thought about before.
And I feel like that's what she does with
No,
us. Like, she breaks it down into like little baby steps, and then we can do the things. And I love that.
I do too. I do too. I think it's very helpful. And if you don't know what we're talking about, check out the Do the Thing podcast because our friend is doing a fantastic job. Stacey does a great job of really motivating everybody. Really definitely check that out. And then we had talked about Madeline, and Madeline does It's All Creative. So check her podcast out as well. And then Joyce is going to be coming up with her podcast. I will be
Yes.
making sure that I blast out there when that happens. But I really appreciate your journey. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your bucket list. You don't have to share the bucket items, but just the process that you went through, picking what's on there and what's important to you.
I feel like I
I know
struggled
that
with,
this year's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, this year's been a journey for you. Shared with us that it's been a journey. So I just as an introspective.
Okay. Let's see. I can't remember what I really put on the bucket list. I remember I'm ready to take lessons
Uh-huh.
because I don't know like how to swim. I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't know. I don't. I've always been afraid of bodies of water. And it sounds weird, schools too, but when I was really little, let's say 4 or 5, I fell in a backyard pool twice in 2 different houses.
Mhm.
So I'm like, puts me off a little bit. And then same thing with the riding a bike. Like, we had a lot of hills and trees in the backyard, and you can only hit the tree so many times before you're afraid of the tree in the bike. Like,
Yep. Well, I think overcoming those fears would be fabulous. And also, I think for swimming, it's about safety too. Learning how to swim as a water fitness instructor will say that it's a life skill. It's
yes.
something for safety. Just be safe. And as an adult who took swim lessons, I took them 7 years ago, I think. It's not that I didn't know how to swim. It's that I wasn't a strong swimmer and I wanted to get better.
That makes sense.
Under fitness, I wanted to be able to save people, and I had to take the lifeguard test, and I wasn't a strong enough swimmer to do that. So I took lessons. I'm still not the strongest swimmer, but I was able to pass the test where you grab people out of the water and you do compression,
That's
with a
so
break and all that stuff. I've been able to do it. But it took me probably maybe 3 months to get there on practicing. But I do feel like that is a really great life skill because now when I take my grandson swimming or whatever, he doesn't know how to swim. Yeah, he's a little bit 20s, but excuse me, if he ever did have an issue, I would be able to save him. That was my biggest motivator. I don't ever want to be teaching people and have them go under and me not know what to do. Even though there's lifeguards
I agree.
at most of the pools, some of them don't have them. And I don't want to be, oh, I can't save you. So do it for yourself. Do that because it will give you confidence. It'll make you feel like you're in control.
Definitely. I tried to do it last year during the summer, and they didn't offer adult swim lessons.
Any you go to will have them.
That's what I thought.
But
I'm like, this place did not.
yes. So I had to do a private lesson. So it was like once a week private lesson. And we started with the basics and then little by little, like we went through all the breaststroke and freestyle and all that stuff. And like I said, I was never the best, but I got better and better as I went. It was boring to me, but that's okay. I had to do what I had to do. And
Yes.
it's and it's just like anything. You start small and you build it.
But challenges.
As far as riding a bike, it's fun, but what's that?
I have no balance. I don't think see the balance. It's getting better with the workouts. Like I noticed that I can do like single legs now. I can do that. People are going to fall over, but it's getting better.
You know what? Our goal, I'm sure you're getting better. It's about getting 1% better. It's not overnight you're going to be like Olympian here.
Yeah.
I just want to get a little better every day. And that's literally how I do it too. I just tackle, when my mom was alive, she had the best saying. She used to say, eat the elephant one bite at a time. And I was
Never
like,
heard before.
yes. But if you think about it, you got this giant animal and you're trying to break it down. It's just when you get a whole side of beef, you got to break it down to manageable part. And so it's the same thing. We want to break things down to the smallest component, just like Stacy does for our challenges and just like I do for my clients. You break it down to the smallest little increments. And then you watch over time as that starts to build. It's like habit building. So one little bit, and then we're life changing. So one of the things on my bucket list is travel because I always want to travel and then I just don't do it. And then another year goes by and I don't do it. So that's one of my bucket list items. And the other one is to have a renewal of vows with my husband. We've been married almost 32 years and when we hit 35 years, I want to do that on the beach. I want to go and have a renewal vows ceremony. I have come crazy. So my family every year, I grew up going every summer to Katy in a little town called East. And so my idea is to go in the summertime and have it on a sandbar, just a real quick renewal ceremony. So that's my goal. I haven't shared those.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. What excites that? Congratulations. 32 years is a long time.
It is a long time, and we haven't killed each other yet, so it's good.
Yep. And I keep thinking, like, I thought about putting in my bucket list actually dating again, and I'm like, that one still is.
You get it back out there. Get back out there. Go. It's, you know what? It's got to be really exciting. I haven't dated in like a bazillion years, but it's exciting. You have so much to offer, and any guy would be so lucky to take you out. Just put yourself out there. It's good.
Yeah. I'm like, I have the itch again to date, and I'm like, what? Like, this sounds bad. I actually told work today. I'm always looking for something different. So, like, I told work today, I said, honestly, if I'm really true with you guys and really true with myself, I am not getting this job. Like, I'm not. Like, there's no other way to put that. And I said, so you just do whatever you want with that. And I said, just let me know. If you don't want to come back, please let me know. And I'll just call the temp agency back, whatever. And I said, I feel like I'm letting you guys all down because I can't do this. But I know I'm not getting any better from the last 3 months. I understand the concept, but it's just not getting there.
Yeah. But you know what? That might be, you're called to do something different. There's no shame in that.
I'm learning AI right now. It is so interesting to me. And I'm like, this is like lighting my soul on fire. I want to do something with that. And it's ironic that the business I'm with is going to an AI platform. that they're rolling out that they have their own rates to at the end of the month.
That's exciting.
So I'm like, it's super exciting. So I feel like my day job was just like a stepping stone, but I feel like I am much freer since talking to them today. And I'm like, I can say this to you. There's $16 in my checking account. And I'm like, I'm not worried. Like, God has me. I don't know what's
It
going
is
to
so
happen.
freeing. It's so freeing when you just give all your worries to God and you just move forward in that faith. Like my husband's a consultant and his jobs come and go and come and go. Now he gets paid big bucks, but they come and go. And when they go, things sort of income drops dramatically. And then I just give it to God and I just keep on doing my thing. And miraculously, throughout all of our lives, it's always worked out. There's been times where we've had nothing left, or you're just at the end of the month, you're like, okay, I have no money.
I'd
We
always
just have
fight.
food,
I'm like, they'll get paid. I don't know
yes,
how they
and
get paid, but they get paid.
somehow, some way, you make it through. It's
Yeah,
amazing. And I know good things are coming your way. I know they are. And
I
so
feel that.
if we can encourage ladies to understand that even with all the uncertainty and even with all of that's going on, whether it's a health journey or it's just a plain old life journey, you've been through a lot this year. I've been through a lot, and we can make it through it. We will survive 100% of
Of bad
our
days. Yes.
yes. So if you could tell some our listeners out there, if you could tell them one thing to encourage them, what would you say? What's helped you get through everything?
Honestly, it's my faith. God is amazing. And I know that's just my own personal opinion and that's just my own personal journey. But like last, so a little bit of background. I'm like, you know this, but listeners don't know this. So I lost 3 jobs last year in 7 months. No idea that any of them were coming. They went into work one day
Brutal.
in April and they said you were no longer needed. And then I went to full-time at my part-time job and there was a private caretaking job. And I went to Utah for my business and I came home and they put him in a home. It was just, and then I picked up a cleaning job in November to help with bills. And I wanted to be like debt-free going into the new year. And they called me like 3 days later and said, we just let all the temps go. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
None of them I had any idea was coming, obviously. I would not have gone on my business trip if I would have known that I was going to have a job when I came back home again.
Right. Right.
But like,
Don't you feel that's a calling for sure?
I do, 'cause I feel like if I'm
That's a shout.
always providing for myself, God's, if you're always providing for yourself, what do you need me for? So I'm like, he is the only thing that has been my constant. My constant. Like, he's here. I still have my apartment. I still have food. I still have, nobody's kicked me out. I live by myself. So I'm like, he's amazing. He provides. So I feel like if you ever doubt and you ever feel like you're alone, there's people out there.
Yes.
Somebody
Well,
is going through what you're going through.
I tell listeners all the time, I provide my email. If you need a hand, if you need somebody listening here, reach out. I'm always available. And
Yes.
this is what we're put on earth to do, is to be there for each other. And so I just think when you have a hard time, you reach out and we lift each other up, because that's what we're called to do, especially in faith. It's one of those things like, yes, hard times come and go, but if we continue to keep the faith, we can get through anything.
Yes. And I feel that way. And I feel that way with my job today. Like, talking to them, I said, I made the decision on Monday. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. But so much stress was lifted when I finally made that decision. Like, I know God has me. And ironically, we're supposed to have a bad snowstorm tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
We've had nothing but rain. Lots of rain.
What state are you in?
My backyard is like a whitewater rafting area.
Oh, wow.
I'm in North Carolina.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, okay, I have nephews in North Carolina, I think over by you.
And tell me again where you are.
I live in Northeast Ohio. I live in Huntsburg.
About that.
Say it again.
Because I went to University of Dayton.
Yes, so I'm like 3 hours from Dayton.
So cold. No, thank you.
I was so excited. We hit 2 digits this morning.
My gosh, I was whining about 40 degrees. I had 4 jackets on.
That's awesome. I wear thermals to work, and they're like, "Why don't you have your heater on today?" I'm like, "I got thermals on. I'm good." But it was 2
No.
degrees in my car when I started it this morning. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're lucky your car started.
oh my, last year when I had my overnight caregiving job, it was so cold one night that it would not start. Like not it started, but the windshield I couldn't get defrosted. It was on for half an hour and I still couldn't see.
We're off
Seriously.
golfing. Great.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the weather. It keeps changing. But next week we'll be in the 50s again. So I'm like, it's
So
just,
we go from like the 20s to 50s in the same day. Like it'll start.
we do not.
I just yeah. But then my body can't change that fast. So everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. All the
Yes.
time. But before we wrap things up, I would love for you to tell our listeners anything that you want, anything that they need to know about you, about your company, about anything at all. Just take the floor. Just talk away, my friend.
Luckily. I feel like things are so much funner. I know that's not things are so much more fun. There we go. So much more fun when you get to do with people who want to do the same things as you.
Yes.
So I'm like, I told Stacey I just want to help people and I don't know what that entails. So I think it's really weird because God's timing is weird. I don't really believe in coincidences. I believe it's always him.
Me too.
But a lot of things are like coming up to reaffirm something else. Like deja vu happens a lot right now. And that's just weird. But
I call them God whispers.
that's it. I've heard God sightings and
God wings, God whispers.
that's it.
You know what? They're little messages. They're like, hello.
But I feel like with the new AI platform coming out this month, I'm like, I can teach people how to do that. I've been teaching it, not their platform, which means like they have to play it all of a sudden. Wait, you hear noises. But I've been using a different one to learn it. And I'm like, maybe this is how I can help people. Or maybe I can teach somebody how to do this or that or the other thing. But I'm also thinking I would like to do something from home and I don't know how to do that. But it's always so much more fun when you get to do it with somebody else.
Yes,
and I love that about the Do the Thing challenges. Like, I love seeing everybody start at the same spot we are. And then we all just,
and then there's me, the slacker, like behind.
no, you've been busy. It's all good. You're catching up. I need to go back and look today.
I was sick most of last week, and then I was watching my grandson from Thursday to Monday. So it was a little off week, and then I have my clients and everything else I need to do. So it's a little crazy, but I'm catching up. I'm good. I have to put a lot of thought into those things. So when somebody asks me, what do you want people to know about you before you die? I'm like, I have to think about that for a few minutes.
I just want to leave people better than when they first met.
Oh, 100%. But I think the question was, I can't remember how she phrased it, but basically, what do you want left behind that people will remember you in? And for me, I spent a lot of time teaching people how to cook, writing recipe books, and all that. And funny enough, I had started my YouTube channel years ago, like when, before YouTube was huge, putting up my recipes for my bakery so that my kids would have them when I die. Because they had no interest at the time. They were teenagers. They had no interest in learning. But I figured sometime when they're older, they're going to want to know the recipes from the bakery.
Yes.
So I threw them up. They're never thinking that it would be popular or anything like that. And then all these people from around the world started commenting and asking questions. And I just thought, that's so cool. And that started my servant's heart. Like, how can I help people with nutrition? Like, how can I help them get back to making stuff from scratch? And so look for those little opportunities, those little God whispers, those little God winks as to how you can serve other people.
Yes.
It won't go wrong. I feel like that is just the recipe for success.
Yes. And I love helping people. And I'm like, I really learned boundaries the last 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, I'm still working on the whole boundaries thing.
So I thought about that. I'm like, I really liked being like, I don't want to say caregiver because I'm not a nurse, but I'm really good with if you need help cleaning your house, if you need help going to the doctors, if you need help with this, that, or the other. And I really liked hearing the older generation stories. So I'm like, I'm good with that, but I don't really want to be like back in a nursing home where you're working all the time. I'm a good worker and I like to help. I have a servant heart, but I don't want to give another company that's not myself 12, 16 hours a day. I want myself.
I get that.
And it's been really hard to find, like, a
Well,
work-life balance.
I think that you can, and this is a struggle for women because we want to have it all. We want the career, we want social life, all that stuff. But I think you can have a great income and serve people and help them move forward in their lives, whether it's through coaching or e-commerce or through Q, whatever that vehicle is. Look for those small opportunities and they will present themselves. You have a lot to offer people. You have a lot of knowledge.
You're so awesome. I love our Do the Thing family.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Vicky had to remind me that yesterday too, because I always forget. I'm like, I don't have anything to offer. She yelled at me.
All of us have something to offer. And whoever's listening, don't ever feel like you don't have something to offer because that is not true for anyone. We all come with a whole bunch of life experiences. And so we all have something to offer. And the best thing is that we can give out the knowledge that we have and help someone else. That's a gift. Don't feel that way. So we're all going to be on the lookout for Joyce's new podcast to come. I've been telling her this for months, so it's going to happen.
I'm actually upset that I never started when you started. I feel like I was in a call with you and I'm like, look where she is.
You know what? You start when the time is right for you.
Yes, and actually I feel like God's been narrowing it down. Like I wanted to talk about so much a few months ago, and now I'm like, I really want like Christian stories. I really want to know people's walk with Christ. And I really want to know about like different job and career opportunities because I'm always looking for something else.
Well,
I'm looking for something that like sets me on fire.
when you're done here, I'm going to send you some information too on Christian podcasting that I found really interesting. And for anyone else out there in the podcasting universe who is maybe thinking of starting their own podcast, hit me up because I'll get you some information on that too. And I really want to encourage all the listeners. The reason I started this is to help women move forward in midlife to better themselves so that they go into their old age feeling strong and confident and more mobile and healthier and everything else. But that is not just physically healthier or even internally, it's mentally healthier. It's all of it. And so I love having you on as a guest because you're able to share that even though through your struggles, you're still getting stronger, you're still getting healthier, you're still moving on that path. And we don't have all the answers, but we're not called to have all the answers. We're just called to be faithful and keep moving forward.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think you're a wonderful example of that. I think you're a wonderful example of just letting God take your life in the direction that's the correct direction. And
Yes.
on a personal level, I'm here for you anytime. We can always chat and I'll help you as best I can clarify your calling and figure out what it is you want to do. But I sure appreciate you sharing your story with everybody and being with me tonight. It is always wonderful to connect, and I invite you back anytime for updates, telling us how it's going. And I just want you to know that I pray for you. I pray for all our listeners. And if this has been of value to people, I hope that you'll leave us a comment, a question, anything that you like. A review on Apple Podcasts is always appreciated. I send everybody much love. And Joyce, I will catch up with you soon.